Today I'm going to be showing you all how you can download and play Fortnite Mobile on iOS even if you live outside of the European Union. This means on your iPhone or iPad, in just a few minutes, you can be back playing Fortnite Mobile just like the good old days. With the recent release of Fortnite Mobile on iOS in the European Union, it has caused many users, like myself, feeling left out and wanting to play Fortnite Mobile on their iOS device, but obviously not having any native access to do so. But there have been a few methods over the last week that have come out that allow users, regardless of which region of the world you live in, to still download and play Fortnite Mobile on your iOS device. Now, before we hop into this particular method, I do want to give some big important disclaimers. The first of which is that all of the methods currently that allow you to play Fortnite Mobile on an iOS device outside of the European Union will require you to spend money. The cheapest method, I believe, is around $10 a year. The method I'll be showing you all today is $20 a year, and there's even a method that I have used for one of my other devices that is $99 a year to play Fortnite Mobile and to get the features that we'll be using to download the app on our device. But if at any time a free method to download and play Fortnite Mobile on iOS becomes available and easily accessible, then I will make sure to create a follow-up video on how to perform those steps. So make sure you guys subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out that content and so you can help me hit 1 million subscribers. Thanks in advance. The second disclaimer I want to give is, like I just mentioned, there are currently 3 different methods to get Fortnite Mobile on your iOS device outside of the EU. But after looking at the cheaper of the method, which requires way more steps, requires you to download applications, join Discord servers, and is all around just a bit more sketchy, I don't feel comfortable showing that method. And with the $99 a year method, it's also kind of complicated. It requires you to have a computer. You need to spend way more money to get the game. And so the method I'll be showing you today is kind of right in the middle sweet spot. And last, but most importantly, before you go down to the description and try to perform these steps for yourself, I highly suggest you watch the video to its entirety so that way you can decide for yourself if this is something you want to do on your iPad or your iPhone. And so with all that out of the way, let's go and do a live demonstration of how I'm going to be able to get Fortnite Mobile on my iOS device in under 5 minutes. I'm not sure I forgot to mention this, but only perform this method in today's video if your device meets the minimum device requirements to play the new Fortnite Mobile on iOS. According to Epic Games themselves, you have to have an iPhone 11 or newer, and your device has to have at least 4 gigabytes of RAM, with the exception of the iPhone SE 2020. iPads won't be natively supported until next month when iOS 18 officially releases, but I would assume the device requirements are the same, where your iPad has to have at least 4 gigabytes of RAM in order to download and install Fortnite Mobile onto your device. The first thing you're going to want to do is head to signulis.com. I'll leave all the links and anything I mentioned in today's video down below in the description. You want to go to this website on the iOS device you want to install Fortnite on. So if that's your iPhone or your iPad, make sure you use that device for this method. We're going to go and tap on Get Signulis, and it's going to bring you to a page where you register your device with the application. And so in order to do that, we just click here, and then we will download a configuration to our iPad that we then need to go and install through our settings. Once we're in our iOS settings, we go to General, VPN and Device Management, and then there's going to be this downloaded profile saying link device to Signulis. We're going to install the profile, and once it is installed, it will bring us right back to the website. And as you can see in this little text box, it says you have linked an unregistered device. Please purchase a registration for this device. And so what I'm going to do for this is purchase a 1-year registration without an automatic renewal, basically meaning for 1 year, this device can download different apps and sideload different apps through this website for, again, that $20 price tag. Make sure you click on the iOS code signing button and not the tvOS code signing, because you won't be able to sideload Fortnite onto your TV. Once you've clicked the button, it will then bring you to PayPal. This is the only payment processor, unfortunately, at the moment that this website accepts. So you will need to have some sort of PayPal account, or you do get the option right here to pay with a debit or credit card, even if you don't have an account. So again, you gotta spend money for this method. It's incredibly unfortunate, I know, but it's the literal price you're gonna have to pay if you want to get Fortnite on iOS. Once you've completed your registration, you will see one of 2 screens. The first screen could be this device registration complete, which means you can go ahead and start signing and downloading Fortnite Mobile onto your iOS device. There's also a second screen where you get an error that you have to wait 72 hours and retry. But for me, I've done this method twice now, and both times I've had a successful device registration. It's also very important to note that the $20 you spend with the service will only get you access for 1 device. So let's say you have an iPhone and an iPad, you would have to spend a total of $20 on each device, so $40 to get Fortnite on the 2 devices. Preferably only use this method on the 1 device you really want to get Fortnite on. Once your registration has been completed, you're going to want to go ahead and click on this link device option right here in the top right. You will then click the different prompts that pop up on your screen, and again, heading back to the VPN and device management system, we can see that profile that Sinulus is trying to install. Once it has installed, it brings us back to the website, and you can see the device is registered and has been linked. And so once that has been completed, you can simply go to the app library and look up Fortnite mobile, and as long as the app is still here, you'll be good to go. I also do recommend searching on the app library before you do this method, because there's no guarantee that in 6 months down the line this app will still be on this website due to all of the lawsuits and everything that has been surrounding Epic Games and Fortnite and Apple. But it's literally as easy as, once you see the app, once you've paid, and once your device registered, you can click sign app, and then after waiting a few moments, and again, be patient because that few moments can actually be upwards of a minute or two, then you'll be brought to this screen where it says signing successful. You may need to enable developer mode to open side-loaded apps. If required, the option will appear in settings and privacy and security. And so to double check if you have developer mode turned on or not for your device, simply go to privacy and security, and all the way down here at the bottom under security, it'll give you the option for developer mode. I've actually had an issue on a new tablet where this mode didn't appear, and in order to fix that, I actually needed to install the app first, and then it gave me the option to turn on developer mode. And so we click on the install app, it'll say Sinulus would like to install Fortnite client, iOS shipping, or something along those lines. And then if we exit out to the home screen, you will see there's something installing on our device, and once it loads, it should be Fortnite, and we should be able to open it and sign in and the whole shebang. So if you're wondering, is Epic Games going to ban your account using this method? Well, honestly, the chances are slim, but there is also a non-zero chance that something could happen to users who perform this method. So always use methods that are not native and are not Epic Games certified with lots of caution. But once we open up the app, as long as nothing went wrong, you'll see we are now downloading the Fortnite game. We get notified, sure, settings. It's literally Fortnite on iOS. All this method does is it takes the IPA file, the raw file that you would normally download from the Epic Games Store, and using Apple's developer program method, it will sideload it and sign it to your device. So that way you can get the IPA, you can download the file, and once the file is on your device, you can then open it up like this and install Fortnite like you normally would. Something also you need to be aware of, if you do decide to perform this method, pay to get your device registered and sideload Fortnite using this, each and every time that Fortnite updates the app and requires you to install an update, you will need to delete Fortnite and then go back to Sinulus and install the new version of Fortnite that has hopefully been published on the website. At the time of me recording, a new update just dropped 12 hours ago, but unfortunately that IP hasn't been uploaded to the website. So if you do use this method, you might have to wait 12 to 24, maybe even 48 hours after an update has gone live in order to wait for Sinulus to go ahead and publish the IPA to the servers for you to go ahead and download the update and play the game. But again, like I just mentioned, when you're using any methods that are not directly approved or supported by Epic Games, basically meaning if you're using this method or any other methods outside of downloading Fortnite straight from the Epic Games Store on mobile, then there's always some small chance that something could happen later on down the line. But personally, I don't think Epic Games is going to have too much of a problem with people skirting Apple and getting around and playing the game, because ultimately that's what they want people to do. They want people to play Fortnite mobile on their iOS device, not through any means necessary, but through a method like this using the Apple developer program, something that Apple themselves has up and operational and charges people a yearly fee to use. It almost seems like a win-win in my books. Apple is getting people to use the developer program, Epic Games gets people to play Fortnite on iOS, and well, we finally get to crank 90s on our iPhones or iPads. And so again, there might be other methods to get Fortnite mobile on your iOS device at the time of me uploading this or at the time of when you watch this video. But again, those other methods either require you to have a PC or require you to download a ton of extra files, have a ton of extra steps. This is by far the most simple method I have ever come across, and most likely it will remain the most simplified method to get Fortnite mobile on your iOS device, again, with that small $20 fee. I will be doing my absolute best to keep you guys updated either in the description of this video or in the comment section, or by just making a new video on the channel with any new updates that come in regards to getting Fortnite mobile on your iOS device outside of the EU. So if you're interested in keeping up to date with all things Fortnite iOS, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on anything in the future. But with all that being said, now that you guys know how to get Fortnite mobile on your iOS device, get out there, get downloading, and I'll see you in game.